Here we go. Hello and welcome everybody to the No Bones podcast. We are here today with a very special guest, Mr. Dennis the Menace Frimpong. How are you doing, Dennis? Welcome to the pod.
Always good to be on with you guys. Thanks for having me on again.
Not a problem, my man. Not a problem. We're just a little bit intrigued about what's happening with yourself. But if you just hold on one sec, I've got a little surprise for you.
Fuck off! Hey, did you know you were coming on this, you bollocks? You're sly, you bro. That's why he was chatting to me today, and I was like, why is he chatting to me so much today? Like,
don't want to know you any other time, lad.
You're a bollocks.
Mr. Shem Rock, ladies and gentlemen, joining Dennis the Menace. How are we doing?
How are you doing?
I think
What is the boys?
We thought know you two are good friends, like, so we thought we'd get you both on together. I think you've got some stories about each other that we might want to get into, you know.
We can't be telling them stories on here, lad. They're not PG.
Listen, mate. Someone might go jail if we start telling stories, though. Fuck's sake.
What about festival lodges or fire eating? Yeah. Is that what we're talking about?
I'm not in any of them stories.
Hey, listen. Don't you start denying it, mate.
Dennis, that was my first question, mate. What's going on with these festivals?
Listen, I'm retired from festival tomfoolery. I'm happily married now. I'm wifed off. So anything that may or may not have happened in years gone by
is the past. This is the past.
It's null and void. Where is he?
Shem's had enough, mate. He thinks you're lying.
He's got off. Look at him.
There we go.
I don't know what happened there. I was wiping the camera.
Oh, stop.
Yeah, were you at these festivals as well, Shem?
Nah, I've never been to a festival in my life, believe it or not.
I just wondered why you were running off. Why you were scarping there.
You didn't want to be involved.
Well, we was going to have a little talk with Dennis first, and then shove the Shem surprise in a little bit. But Shem's joined us early, which is not a bad thing.
I was just watching in the background. I thought, I'll just stay here till and just watch and see what he says.
Oh, well, I didn't want to leave you waiting for about 20 minutes or so, but I thought I'd best get you on before you fucking did one. But anyway, Dennis, how's it going? Do you want to tell us a little bit about what you're doing at the moment? Because it's been a while. It's been a minute since you've last been in Oktagon, mate. We saw you at Oktagon 56 in Birmingham a while back when you got a lovely victory over Callum Mullen there.
A clinic, I think you could call it.
For a bit, which was satisfying for yourself, mate. But then you've not done anything else since then.
I had a little excursion in June. Just a small little show. No. It was an MMA fight in June against like a debut guy. He was the only guy we could find that actually wanted the smoke.
Was that a first round, wasn't it? Was it a first round?
Yeah, got a first round knockout. Still hasn't gone on my record, so I'm just waiting for that to be updated. I don't know what the story is with Topology. They seem to hate me loads. But yeah, obviously that was like my last big fight was April. This is like probably the longest I've gone being inactive, I suppose, without a proper fight. Since I was an amateur, like I've always been active. I've always tried to get a fight at least every 2-3 months, if not every couple of weeks at amateur sometimes. But yeah, like that's not of any fault of my own. I wanted the fight. To be honest, going into this year, I said it, and I said it to the bosses at Oktagon. I said it to everyone that I wanted to try and get at least 5 fights this year. I think the record for amount of fights in Oktagon in a year was 6. So I wanted to get 7 really, if I could.
Who was that who got 6?
I don't know. I forget. Pavel said it, that it was 6. And I said to him as soon as he said that, yeah, I'll try and get 7 then. Obviously I had 2 by April, so I was well on track. I did think I'd be fighting on Eden in Prague 7 weeks after Birmingham. So had that had happened, I would have had 3 fights by June.
Yeah.
And then I could have just bombed a few out the end of the year, but obviously relationships started souring after Birmingham. Obviously, they legged out of the UK, left a lot of us UK fighters in the dust, a lot of the Irish fighters in the dust, released loads of people, didn't give me the fight I was promised on Eden, which was Andre Petrosek. And yeah, things just sort of went a bit downhill from there.
How
And now
frustrating,
we're here.
is that for you then, mate? Because I know, like you say, you like to be active, you like to be in there, and has it left a bit of taste with you and that organisation?
Yeah, 100%. And like for me, what the biggest surprise was like thinking, oh, on the regional scene, people duck each other. They don't want to really like even now I'm trying to get fights on the regional scene, and no one really wants to fight me. So like I understood that it's hard to get fights at a certain point on the regional scene. But I thought, when you're in a big promotion, the roster's so big, people are gonna want the smoke, especially when I'm calling people out left, right, and center, slagging off their sisters, their missuses, their family, their country. I thought someone would want to come shut me up,
Yeah.
and so far, like only two people wanted to do that. As soon as those two people got slapped up and made look like cannon fodder, no one else wanted to know. No one else wanted to get embarrassed in that way. So that's it. You can't force anyone to sign a piece of paper, and I also can't force Oktagon to feed me their cash cows, which at the end of the day, like they know that me coming in as an on paper 2-2 fighter, beating all their top guys, it makes their promotion look bad. Do you know what I mean? And it would have done. Bless you, Shem. But yeah, it would have made their whole promotion look bad. So yeah, it is what it is. It has left a bit of a bitter taste in the mouth, but just got to move on with my career, haven't I? I'm not 21. I've got to move on and got to make money as well. Like this is how I make my living.
Were you actually under a contract then with them, or was it just like fight on fight? How did
I
work?
was under a contract with them. Yeah, I was being past tense. So.
Because I can remember messaging you a few months back saying, how's it going? Trying to have a look insight into how it's going with you, and have you got anything lined up? And you seemed frustrated then, and that were like 2 or 3 months ago, I think it was.
This is, as I say, this has been going. My frustrations have been going on since about 2 weeks after Birmingham, because I took the Callum Mullen fight on the basis that I was verbally promised, if I'm fresh after the Callum Mullen fight and I beat him, I've got Andre Petrosek in Eden, same card as Shem again, stadium card. I think it was 25 or 27,000 seats in Prague. 30, yeah. So so yeah, that was where it started going bad, because for 2 weeks after Birmingham, they literally just didn't respond to us. No response. Andre Petrosek's Instagram was missing, deleted his whole Instagram, which I still to this day believe that they told him to do that because they were like, oh, he's going to start calling you out. So he went missing, Oktagon went missing, and then I'm hearing from everyone else on the Oktagon roster as well that like they're not responding to my emails either. They're not getting back to me either about a fight. So yeah, it just started going a bit sideways from there. Yeah, I just think that the whole UK Ireland expansion didn't go the way they thought it was going to go, and they miscalculated it a bit.
Yeah, they have been struggling a bit in this country, haven't they? It's getting bigger in other places. Let's move on a little bit to yourself, Shem. I know you went out there and you finally got your revenge. Well, not so much revenge, but you got your victory over Mr. Piccartney. Very convincing it was as well, pal. Congratulations on that, because we've not spoken much since. But yeah, you made light work of that, and you're actually going strength to strength in Oktagon at the minute, mate. Aren't you? You got another one if Mr. Bahnik does show in December.
That's what I'm afraid of, lad. He's pulled out on me before. When he pull out again, when I'm like giving a little bit to him online as well, he doesn't reply. All that type of stuff makes me think like, is he even going to show up? I hope he does.
Nipping a bit.
Yeah, lad. Do you know what I don't understand about these, man? Like, you've had this many fights and you're wondering why your shit don't sell, but you're not trying to sell yourself.
Yeah.
Like, let's have the back and forth, lad. Let's fucking make people get behind the fight.
That's
But
it.
instead, he's rather blank here, lad.
The pair of you two are fucking masters at that shit, mate. You know what I mean? And that's what you need.
Well, this is it. That's why I think a lot of them, man, hate us, because they see us doing our thing. They see that we're doing more numbers than they are. Even at the stage of my career, like some of these guys are like 8 years into their pro career. Like Shem said, fucking how many fights does Rocky have? 30 fights or something like. And I'm a bigger name than him. You know, all these other guys that just don't say anything. They don't try and sell the fight. And then they're wondering like, oh, why is he getting so much push? Why is he getting so much shine? Blah, 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 blah. And it's like, well, you're not trying. You're not doing the extra work. You're just thinking, I'm just going to go to the gym. I'm going to train. I'm going to show up on fight day. And that's it. Like, that's not how it works. Do you know what I mean?
The thing that makes me laugh, though, is they think that we don't do what they're doing. We only do that. They think we just talk and chat shit, but we don't train. When we're training harder than them cunts are and still doing the extra.
And backing it up in Oktagon to prove it as well. That's it.
That's why for me,
go on, Chris. Sorry, mate. Go for
it. Yeah, with Dennis, for me, it's like a match made in heaven. He's got the skill. He's got the mouth. He's like a kind of a full package. His last performance was a good performance against Mullen. And it's a bit weird how it for us as an outsider, how it broke down. That, you know, surely they could suit you a fight. Surely to God.
At some point, yeah. At some point, I did get offered Bahnik myself for when was it for the Brno card, and I said yeah. I think it was on the Friday I got offered him. I said yes. On the Tuesday, they had him on the fight poster fighting some other cunt. I was like, what is going on? Do you know what I mean? So that's the kind of guy you're talking about. You know what I mean? Like he got slapped up by an Afghani guy that just come into the promotion. I was there live. He fell for the old. You know, got dropped. Yeah, it is what it is. Like. But not for me. But yeah, man, I don't know. These guys aren't built the same as us, which is why, like, how many Czech or Slovak UFC champions has there been? 1, and there's been 3 from the UK. So goes to show, doesn't it? There's been a double champ from Ireland. Do you know what I mean? So
that's it. Who's that again? Only joking.
So have you had many offers then at this moment in time, or
me?
Yeah.
Play your cards to your chest, lad.
Listen, from who? From Oktagon?
No, I mean
from other promotions. You mean?
Yeah, sorry, other organizations.
Oh yeah. Listen, like we all seen the fight poster. I was supposed to fight on the 21st of September.
I'm gonna say what happened with that PFL clash there. How come that didn't happen?
That's a question you're going to have to ask the Oktagon bosses. Why didn't that happen? Really? Yeah. So, I mean, I feel like at the point that I was at with them, the contract was, you know, basically null and void. I let them know it was. If I had gone and fought on FCC or like UKFC or like Cage Rage or something in the UK, they would have you know, been like, we won. Look at him. He's gone back to fighting on regional shows. But the fact that I basically took a step upwards in terms of fighting for a bigger promotion globally, let's be honest, like PFL is the second biggest promotion in the world, I would say. Maybe ONE FC, but like PFL are in the top 3 promotions in the world in terms of name brand value. We all seen the card that they done last weekend. Yeah, like I think to see me moving on and going further might have irked them a little bit, so they did everything in their power to try and make sure it didn't happen. Obviously, I don't blame PFL for pulling me off the card because they don't want to be involved in a contractual dispute. You know, so they basically said like, get your shit sorted with these, and we can talk in the future. But in between that, I have got offers off other big promotions. Understandably. Why wouldn't they want to have me on? Do you know what I mean? Makes sense.
That's it. You're a draw, man. You're a draw. You're going to get people in putting eyes on you, both of the pair of you, man. You know what I mean? So, yeah, hopefully that all gets sorted soon and you can get onto a big organisation and avoid the regional shows that you're saying, maybe. And you can get on with that. Have you ever thought about, we've had a few BKFC guys in here. Have you ever thought about all like that? It's a bit brutal and a bit of a left turn, like, but, you know.
I mean, I've had plenty of bare knuckle fights in my time. You know,
Unofficial ones, yeah.
mate, you don't fucking, you know, someone comes up to you in the club, you don't go, hold on, mate, let me just get me wraps on, let me get me gloves on, let me cut weight. What weight are you? Are you the same weight as me? Nah, mate, we're just gonna get it cracking. So I wouldn't be against fighting on bare knuckle FC. You know, I wouldn't be against a bit of boxing. Conor McGregor. Nah,
be some debut.
like-
Be some debut of that one. Be some debut. Of that, mate.
like for me, it would just be nice as well to not have someone grabbing me fucking legs for once. Do you know what I mean? Just be able to just get in there, have a proper man dance. Someone's gonna go unconscious or someone's gonna bleed, and I heard they're not paying too shabby either. So I wouldn't be against something like that. 100%, 100%.
What about you, Shem?
Bare knuckle. I'd do bare knuckle MMA, but I wouldn't do bare knuckle boxing.
Yeah.
Lad, have you seen the size of Shem's got baby hands.
My hands are tiny, they defo break. Defo.
When you got that fucking python-like choke, and I don't think that'd be frowned upon on fucking bare knuckle, mate. Like, what
Shem would end up keeping someone in the mouth, bro.
Yeah. Do you know what as well? I just don't enjoy boxing as much as I enjoy being able to use all my weapons.
Yeah.
Like, even when I'm like doing straight boxing training, because obviously I have to train it when I'm on the pads, when I'm even doing straight boxing sparring and stuff. Like subconsciously, I go to teep or I go to knee or I think about elbowing, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I can't. And then
You're gonna get yourself disqualified pretty sharpish,
yeah.
I think it's game bred, isn't it? Masvidal over in America, he started a bare knuckle MMA. So
yeah,
that could be an avenue.
If the money was right, lad. But I actually asked Oktagon before if he'd let me fight bare knuckle MMA for them, but he said no. I've asked them for a grappling match in the cage as well, and he said no.
Keeping you all to themselves at the minute, right?
He just
Speaking of
wants
which,
to fight MMA.
Have you started camp for that Bahnik fight yet?
Yeah, I've been in camp now. Well, I've got 9 weeks left. I think I started like 11, 12 weeks out. So I'm ticking over, feeling good, built a bit of an engine. Now, like 8 weeks out, the real push will begin.
Do you do all your camp in Liverpool next gen,
Yeah.
or do you travel? Do you travel? Or
I do everything. I do everything in next gen. I've got a boxing coach I work with from Preston. I've got a lifting coach who I work with outside of next gen, but everything else I pretty much just all doing next gen.
That's the place that's going from strength to strength. Isn't it? I know. One of Dennis's ex-opponents and another Oktagon guy, George Staines, has joined you down there as well. And then Luke Riley's going from strength to strength as well. And it's a great team, a bit like Manchester Top Team as well. You, Dennis, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's just different styles, isn't it? Like, I suppose we're both dominating in different ways in the northwest of the UK, and then I think as far as the whole UK, you can't really say there's many better gyms in Next Gen or Top Team. You know, like I truly believe if you were to put those two gyms together, it'd be like
unstoppable.
You know, honestly, it'd be a super team. It'd be like an AKA or an American Top Team or any of these, like, because you've got the grappling side of things, the offensive grappling, you've got the striking. Then, obviously, I go down to Next Gen when I can. Sometimes you get some work in. Shem comes down to Top Team sometimes to get some work in, just to get different looks and stuff.
Wish it was closer.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? I wish it was like on the doorstep. It'd be a bit easier.
I mean, it's not that far away, fellas.
Nah, lad. Do you know what it is, lad? This is what you got to think. Yeah, you've got to do 3 sessions in a day, and then you spending an hour to get there, an hour to get back. You've got to refuel also.
You've got a PT, mate, coaching.
Your rest period gone now, so now you're not being able to rest in between your sessions, and then you feel it the next day. Everything's like a knock-on effect.
Yeah,
and then you end up going, you know what? I would have benefited more staying at home and sleeping.
It's not great. Cooped up in a car, is it? I guess. Yeah.
When I'm not in camp, then I'm not really thinking like that. But when you're in camp, you're thinking about like every little small detail, lad.
Yeah, micro percentages, isn't it?
Yeah.
So do you get to meet up often enough then, and just
Yeah.
relive the old days and stuff and that as well.
Yeah, relive the old days, you know.
Like what we do.
Nah, the old days were fucking sneaking into a gym with the shutters down, bro. Fucking old women calling the cops on us because we were training during COVID and that, man. That was fucking mad.
How did you two meet then?
No comments. After the podcast, that one.
Ah, stop it.
After that reaction, we need somebody to comment.
We met through a mutual friend, and
She was more his
and then,
friend of mine.
nah. Fuck's sake. And then basically we ended up just grappling in the park, mate, and like on a fucking hot summer's day in COVID on a blanket.
It's no thing, lad. It was freezing for me.
No, it was like June, bro. Fucking hell.
Lad, that just comes fresh from Malaysia.
Yeah,
true. We used to living in Far East, but then, wasn't
it? Man was wearing a full hoodie and everything, you know.
Yeah, I was freezing me tits off.
Something to grab hold of to take him down, though, Dennis, innit? Like
doing lapel guard and that. But yeah, just kicked off from there then.
Yeah.
Nice. I feel like there's a bit more to that story that you're not going to give us.
Yeah.
We'll move on. If you
listen, I plead the fifth for any more details on that.
Maybe off camera you can give us a little hint as to what that was. Oh, cool. So yeah, well, is there absolutely anything it works at all, then, Dennis, at the moment? Have you got anybody? Is anybody getting any phone calls from anybody?
So, at the moment, there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. I will have a fight by the end of this year. That's
by the end of this year.
I fucking hope so, lad.
Irrespective of what happens, I have to have a fight by the end of this year. Under whatever rule set it is, under whatever fucking promotion it is, it's gonna happen.
Do you know what though? I would love for him and Oktagon to just sort it out so he'll be back in the promotion.
Listen, they've got
game cards. Lad, it's getting lonely over here. I'm on my own now. I'm in a corner.
No, do you know what it is? Yeah. Do you know what it is? I wouldn't at this point, even with all the bitterness that's happened. Yeah, I'd be happy to let bygones be bygones if they wanted to renegotiate a new contract.
Boy, he's just chilling here. It's all right.
But yeah, it's gonna have to be they approach me as if I'm getting signed for the first time because the contract's null and void. So they have to approach me different. I'm not 0-1 like I was when they first signed me.
Yeah.
So they have to approach me differently then. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it is a bit of a shame because it were all good vibes in Birmingham, wasn't it? We went down there. It says we enjoyed it, and the whole atmosphere with you two guys and Akon, and there's a few more guys there with Callum and Aaron.
Where is Akon these days, actually?
I'm waiting for you to come up with that.
I've not seen him. I actually haven't seen him. Like I'm not even. I don't even have beef with him anymore. I'm not in the same promotion. I'm not arsed about him. Like honestly, like I probably.
For you then, lads. This fight against Bahnik was supposed to be against Akon. No one knows that.
Jesus.
Yeah.
What,
you said no.
I don't think he's fighting right now. I think he's busy doing other things. I didn't really want to fight, but I didn't want to say no and not be able to fight till next year. So I said yeah. And then I got ready thinking it was going to be Akon, and then it got switched to Bahnik.
Oh,
well. Wow.
Mad on that.
Yeah.
Would have been good for the UK fans, like. But I'm happy with this fight. Me and Bahnik got a little bit unfinished after the debut fight that never happened, and then also me and Akon are cool, so maybe it would have been a bit weird after we fought. So it wouldn't have been for me, but I don't know. I can't speak for him. Also, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm sure you're pretty confident you'd have took him out as well, Shem.
Lad, I'm confident I'll take anyone out in the roster. I look at the whole roster and go, I'll fight twice in one night. Give me the number 1 and the number 2 ranked guy. I'll beat them both.
I don't think Shem's done a full round since the Lima fight. To be honest, like
serious, yeah.
All 3
of them are 1 round.
You are making short work of your opponents at the moment, Shem. I will give you that, mate. Fair play to you. And
wait till the next one, lad. The next one, I'm going to show a different side, and people are going to be like, "Oh, this guy's ranked above me in Fight Matrix, ranked above me in Oktagon." For some reason, people seem to speak highly of him. So when I dispatch of him, and everyone goes, actually, Chanel. Or they'll just carry on the same narrative about that guy's a bum.
Yeah, that's what they always used to say, innit? Like, they're like, oh, this guy's going to beat you. To me and Shem, this guy's going to beat you. This guy's going to beat you. This guy's going to beat you. He'll knock you out. And then you smoke them and they're like, yeah, he's a bum anyway, him. You're like, what the fuck? What? He's only a bum because I beat him. Do you know what I mean? Like, and then they get...
Anyone I've fought, if you look closely, anyone I've fought has been ranked above me, lost, come out the ranking, and been released.
Gone to fight on fucking some next promotion.
Literally.
Name a guy still in Oktagon that I've beat.
Fact.
Name a guy in Oktagon ranked below me when I fought them.
Same.
Yeah.
Same. Who have I beat that's still in Octagon? Do you know what I mean? It's like,
look, I promise
we
you now,
beat them and then they're like, nah, you had your chance.
Yeah.
You didn't beat the guy.
Look, I promise you now, when I beat Bahnik, you'll
PFL,
be fighting on Clash of the Stars or some shit.
PML, Fabric. You get me?
Yeah.
What would you do if Octagon threw a spanner in it works and offered you two to fight?
Nah.
Yeah, straight away.
Listen, they don't have enough money. They don't have enough money for us to fight each other. Like, exactly. they'd have to give us fucking me and him 50-50% of the whole promotion. In that case, yeah, Cam. Do you get me?
Yeah.
Change it from Oktagon to Shem Menace or something like that.
Do you get me?
Yeah.
Do you get me?
Yeah.
Oktagon, we'd call it.
Fuck's sake.
You've already thought about it before, man, haven't you?
Yeah. You've got plans, you two, yeah? You've got plans.
Yeah.
So what's it like then on that bigger stage then, Shem? I know you're thriving off it anyway when you finally went out to check and walked out of that stadium, which they're putting on them big fucking shows. Fair enough, they've been a bit shitty over in this country, like Dennis has alluded to, mate, but it's growing and it's getting pretty big over there in Eastern Europe, innit? And I bet that felt good when you walked out there, didn't it?
Do you know what? I was more nervous in Birmingham than I was in Eden. In Birmingham, my family are there. I'm fighting another English guy from another top gym in the UK. He's a prospect. Everyone thinks he's got problems that I haven't seen before. It was a bit more pressure, and I'm fighting at 68 kilos. How's the chin going to be? You know, all these type of things. But Poconi, I was just thinking, lad, I'll beat this guy off the couch. He's not my level. I don't know anyone in the stadium. I don't give a fuck if they like me or not. Like, I was in the cage just chilling, lad. I weren't really nervous at all.
Just soaking it up. And
I feel like I'll be that for the next one as well. I don't think I'll be that nervous. I'm a guy, like, he trains in the same gym as Poconi, the teammates. It's gonna be another same story for him.
Hey, let's be honest here. You're not fighting Bahnik in December, bro. You're fighting some next fucking Chechnyan cunt. They're gonna pull a Chechnyan cunt out their ass, bro. Sign him on a 1-fight deal. Here, please come beat this guy. You get me?
Lad, if that happens, I'm going on holiday, lad.
The next Nurmagomedov coming in instead as a lady.
Do you get me?
Oh yeah. Well, Olympic wrestler.
Do you get me, like?
Them fuckers that are used to wrestling bears in fucking mountains and that instead.
You know what I mean? Shem will still take us back and choke him. Fuck.
No doubt. No fucking doubt. No, you do it in style. Both of you, man. Both of you. And hopefully we get to fucking see you back out there soon. Dennis especially. I know Shem, you are going from strength to strength. And Dennis was going from strength to strength until this little dispute there. But, you know, hopefully the ball gets rolling for you again and it's all good again soon. We appreciate you taking your time to join us, guys. We really do. And hopefully we'll speak to you all again.
Yes,
and hopefully
appreciate you having us on, lad.
In the next stadium, and after you're back in there, hopefully, like you say, you'll have a fight by the end of this year, and we'll have something to focus on there and to talk about another great victory from the Menace and from Mr. Shem Rock.
Yeah, man.
100%.
So, are you sure you don't want to tell us about how you met?
Definitely not on here.
Cool.
Oh, just quickly, how do you see Lerone Murphy this weekend? How do you see that fight going?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. You want to ask
decision? Clinical
I think so. Yeah, I think he's going to do the same thing he done to Barboza. I think
smart, intelligent work.
Dan Ige is 18-8, yeah, and in those 8 losses, he's never been finished. So I think he's a hard guy to finish. Yeah. He's one of them guys. You know what I mean?
He He hits hard. I think
It's
the
hard.
play very smart.
Yeah,
Keep him on the
yeah.
long range.
Keep his
Keep
distance.
waiting on him, make him react. He's short. Gonna be
Mate,
hard for him to get in his
Lerone
space
has
on the game.
Lerone has deceptively long arms. People don't realize, yeah, his arms are like down to his fucking ankles, mate. Like he's not as tall as me, but his arms are mad long. I just think he'll stay on the outside. He's not going to get in that pocket with him. He'll make Danige miss that left hook and just hit him with shots. Probably like mix it up a little bit, mix the levels up, take him down, maybe, you know. But who knows, mate? It's fighting. I just see Lerone coming out as the victor. I think he's a better fighter. I think he's more clinical, smarter.
Yeah.
We're all looking forward to seeing him get back in Octagon. It's been a while since he's been in there. I don't know. It's nice for him to get back in. But while we're on this weekend, there's a big potential headlining fight there. If you want to just give us your 2 pence on that before we let you go, Max and Ilya. What do you think about that? I think it's going to be an absolute belter, isn't it?
Yeah.
Max.
You think
Max, yeah?
I can't see.
And after 2 rounds, he's all Max.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can't see Max losing to Ilya when he just did that to Justin Gaethje. Do you know what I mean? He just did it to a bigger guy who hits harder. Like
Dustin
I think,
Poirier couldn't even drop him, lad.
do you get me? Like he fucking
Got
stiffed him.
that serious chin.
He stiffed
They were
him
an
and
incredible
like
finish to fight, like, on it, to be fair.
yeah, but mate, finish of the year that like if that's not finish of the year, I'm not watching MMA anymore, mate.
Oh, mate, I was full hard when I was watching that.
Mate, I was half asleep for the whole fight, and then like I was awake because it was late, wasn't it? And then I was like awake watching the last bit. He points to the ground, and I'm like, oh yeah, he's about to kick off now. Like
Here we
does
go.
that, and I was buzzing. I couldn't get back. I couldn't get to sleep. I was like, what? And then the rest of the fights then were a bit like lackluster because of it. I was like, oh, like Pereira got a sick finish, but I was like, nah, it's not what just happened. Do you know what I mean? So
You know how you know it was special, lads? When you see Mark Goddard, who's refereed that many fights, lose composure and go, ah!
yeah, that's
That's how you
a
know it was a serious scrap.
mate.
Exactly.
Oh, Shem.
Nuts.
Sorry, Shem. I've got a question for you, actually. You know, during your last finish, Mark, did he have a word with you, Mark Goddard, after that for holding on too long? That's a question I'd written down. He looked a bit pissed off with you. Cause
I've seen Mark before argue with fighters, and I know when Mark's the ref, Mark's in charge. Don't argue with the boss. Everyone knows that, or you're getting fired. So I've seen it before on Cage Warriors where your man Will was arguing about shots to the back of the head, and Mark stopped the fight like, Will, do it in the back of the head. So in my mind, when that had happened, I knew. Like when he was saying Shem, I just stayed quiet and I just walked in my corner because I thought, I don't want this to be a no contest. But if you watch me Cage Warriors vlog, me cameraman actually goes up to him and asks him and says, if Shem would have held on for longer, would you have disqualified him? And to give him his due, he said, it was in the moment, it happened, it's fighting, it is what it is. He's doing his job, I'm doing mine. So he can understand my mindset the same way I can understand his. We're just here to get paid, aren't we, lad?
And I think as well, it's different if you held on to a heel hook as opposed to a choke. Like you're gonna go out unconscious.
you're going out.
Yeah,
You're not ruining someone's next year of their life. Do you know what I mean? Although
I don't
he
know
probably
about
did.
that.
I think he's ruined his whole life. To be fair, by just the finish itself, like so.
He would have to cutting it off permanently.
Hey, people fucking give Mark Goddard a lot of shit. Yeah, I actually like Mark Goddard. He's refed like 3 more fights.
Yeah,
I like him. He's stern, but like he's not a dickhead. Do you know what I mean? Like and at the end of the day, like you've got 2 alphas in a cage, fucking trying to kill each other. Like you've got to be stern. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no beta can control 2 alphas. I'll tell you that.
Do you get me? Like, do you get me?
No,
So
you can tell he fucking loves it as well, can't you? He's just doing it every week. What organisation? What don't matter if it's UFC 300 or fucking right down. You say like to Cage Warriors and stuff like that. He's just there. He loves it, doesn't he? And he's an ultimate pro at that refereeing game. Is Mark? Yeah.
And Shem, just one for you as well.
The first time he refed me. Sorry, lad. The first time he refed me, I remember just being in there like, that's Mark Goddard. Mark Goddard refing me fight, boys.
Starstruck by a referee, man. Fuck me, you know.
Mate, my pro debut. My pro debut, I was on UAE. Yeah, I've got in, and then I've looked and I've seen Mark Goddard. He's come over to shake me hand, and I've gone, That's fucking Mark Goddard. What the fuck? That is mad. It kind of put me off a little bit because I was like, right, Mark Goddard's reffing me fucking fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
he
the long
sounds
one
like,
in, like, fuck.
yeah,
he was down in Birmingham, wasn't
yeah. You reffed my fight in Birmingham, didn't you?
he? Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Well,
Shem,
Chris-
sorry, I was just going to ask you about Luke Riley. How impressive was his last performance?
I've been saying it for a long time. Like the man's a wasted talent if he's not in the UFC. Look at you know what a prime example is? Look where Ilia Topuria come from, coming to the UFC and what he done. That's the same path that Luke Riley will take. I can guarantee you that now. He's exciting. Every fight will be a finish. If not a finish, it'll be a war or a clinic. Like, he will come in and do the same thing what Ilia's done to these guys. Like, I would put any money on it now that Luke Riley would go into the UFC tomorrow and shin Bryce fucking Mitchell or any of them cunts.
Yeah.
I guarantee you that now. So to see him fighting on Cage Warriors when these guys have got a potential of making a 50 grand bonus every time they fight, it's a waste. He should be there.
Yeah, no, I agree. Shem, what happened with that? Did he get signed to Contender Series and something happened and it... Whatever,
So
I'm not sure.
It's not really my thing to say, but I'm sure he'll say, like, he got signed to fight on Contenders, but you don't actually get an official contract, so you've got to make your own way there. And he just never got his visa process done in time.
Yeah.
So they had to cancel the fight. But that's more of a question he has to answer because I don't know all the ins and outs.
Yeah, we're hoping to speak to him soon enough. But we had Adam Bramall do on the last Contender Series on, and he was telling us about, like you say, making all your own way there and stuff. Unfortunately, it didn't go that well. He got knocked the fuck out by Malcolm Wellmaker in that. But he did say it's a bit, like you say, you got to go all the way over there. It's a bit different, and you literally fight. Say again, sorry.
So there should have been Liam Gittins. Liam Gittins would have smoked that guy.
Really?
Definitely.
It looks good. It looked good. Did Wellmaker, to be fair. But, so great. Cheers. No, we appreciate it, lads. Thanks for coming on. We'll let you get off now. We appreciate it. I really do. And like we say, hope you keep going from strength to strength. All the best, Shem, against Bahnik. All the best, Dennis.
Nice one.
Getting yourself back into an organisation, a big one at that, whether it is building bridges with Oktagon or anybody else, lads. And hopefully we'll keep in touch and we can speak again soon, fellas.
100%.
Yeah, see you later,
take
boys.
it easy, boys.
Appreciate it, lad. Yeah.
Thanks a lot, lads. See you later.
Come on, boys.
Cheers.